Yes, yes, yes. You know who it is. It's your girl Queen, and this is Beyond the Moments. Today we have our special guest, an amazing artist, a producer, a podcast host as well.
Yes.
We have Mr. Bumpy103rd.
Thank
We
you so much.
appreciate
Thank
you
you so
being
much for
here.
having me here.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all.
Come on now. You already know, hosted by Happy Moments. And we are here in Smoking Scholars right here on Allerton. So, come on, we in the X right now.
Big Bronx energy.
Big Bronx energy. We do appreciate you being here. Where are you from?
I'm from the Upper West Side, Harlem originally.
Okay.
103rd Street, Amsterdam Ave, Douglas
Okay.
Projects.
Okay.
You know, I lived in the Bronx for 10 years. I grew up in Jersey as well. I went to school in Teaneck. This is my big sis.
Hello, sis.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, so welcome being here too.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm been around.
Yes.
Well-rounded.
All right, so we got Harlem in the building.
For sure.
Amazing to have you here. So as you just said, you lived on 103rd. So let us know, how does that name and where you've been coexist?
All right, so the Bumpy name, right? I explained that, like I explained her. I used to be real big into like subscription magazines, Double XL, The
Yes.
Source, and stuff like that. So let's say around like 97, I was like 12. I had got a subscription of The Source magazine, read through the articles.
Yes.
And it was a big article on Bumpy Johnson. So I guess I just took to that. I was like, all right, I feel in the story. I can identify. I've taken the name. So I take the name. Now the 103, I put that behind it because that's my original neighborhood where I'm from,
Yes.
103rd Street. So I just put that behind it to kind of just, to identify
Who
the
that
street
Bumpy
block.
is. Yeah.
In Manhattan, we're very big on our street,
Yes.
the number blocks. You know what I'm saying? So it just stuck, and now we're here.
I could definitely see that. And, the name Bumpy Johnson is a big name.
Yeah.
So what did you hear from that story of Bumpy and said, you know what? I actually feel like I'm a
I felt
Bumpy
like
right
that.
now.
I liked how, besides the, going to jail for periods of time, that wasn't necessarily my story, but I understood it.
Yeah.
But I liked how he kind of like stole from the rich and gave to the poor. You know what I'm saying? He was big on that, taking care of the community.
Yeah.
So I just identified with that, and I kind of just borrowed that
Yes.
and instilled that into my life. Learning as well while I was reading the story, like, okay, I can incorporate these things in my life. Somebody honorable and just somebody I can look up to.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And so I love that, because certain people, they take a name, but there's really nothing that.
There's nothing to it, right?
Come on, you didn't even get no connection out of that. So why even put that
Right,
name?
you just take the names.
So I love that you studied enough to know that there is some cadence to, his walks of life to yours,
Right,
and
right.
I like that. So let's talk about 103rd. How is that support system? How are your peoples out there? Are they?
Well, all right. So shout out to the hood, shout out to the block. They just did. I missed it because I had another event, but they just did with Amadeus. They did the it's like a freestyle. They did the Upper West Side freestyle. So my man Reality, Big Dog, shout out the Harlem Rose. They was all out there. Shout out to
Yes.
Luffy too. They was all out there. They did good. They freestyle. So right now they on fire right
Yes.
now. But the hood it's a big project, so it's a lot of artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we all support each other. So it means a lot to me as well as them, to just for all of us to be supporting and just kind of putting our hood on the map and, you know what I mean, moving forward.
Yeah. Harlem is doing their thing right now. You got a lot of underground artists from Harlem that's actually getting their face out there.
Yeah.
Recognition.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying Harlem, just that right there, it feels good, you know?
And especially the Upper West Side, because the Upper West Side is technically, geographically not Harlem.
Yeah.
Even though people may claim it. I mean, everybody goes to the same school, shop at the same place. But on the West Side, Harlem doesn't start until 110th Street.
Yeah.
But that's just 7 blocks away. So at the same time, geographically, no, it's not Harlem.
Yeah.
But the Upper West Side does have its own history.
Yes.
And that's what we appreciate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. What song do you have right now that you can say, this is for my hood, this is for my people? This for y'all.
As far as the home hood, or just for everybody?
What's that song that you got that you know for sure your people's gonna be like, that's for us. I know he made that for us.
All right, so X, I will go with X because he really kind of brought it back. So Run It Up. Actually, my son Mac, shout out to Macadame. Shout out to Beretta.
Okay.
Me and Macadame, Run It Up. Run It Up is definitely a song for the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my boy from the hood on there, and we're gonna eventually shoot a video and bring everybody out. So I say Run It Up is definitely one of them songs that kind of represent.
Let's play that song in the background because we need the people to know exactly what that Run It Up is.
Yeah, Run It Up.
But I love the fact that you have identified that you do have a song that's designated for your peoples. And
I didn't really realize that until you really brought it to my attention. I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right.
Because some people they don't make music for their people. So why are they gonna continue it? Yes, it's cool that they could tell your story, but what's the one for us?
For everybody.
So we could shout it out and rally it up.
So everybody can relate to it. It's not just his song. It's like, that song's for us.
That's for us. He know what we went through, what we doing. Yeah. So I love that. Let me ask you a question. I know you've heard his music. What can you say is one of your favorite feature of him as an artist?
My favorite feature of Bumpy is definitely his realness as an artist and his love for the craft and just really wanting to continue to create and collaborate with others.
Yeah.
You know, so even with myself, like, you know, it's like we get into this zone where we'll just be like nerding out and like, okay, listen to this, I want to add this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And we're just going deeper and deeper. So I just love the fact that he loves the artistry so much and that he can just bring his real self into it.
You can collab with others in the creative room.
Yes.
And when those magic happen, so I know you're talking about just being in a room with other creators.
Yes.
It builds a magic moment. And sometimes we look forward to having that magic moment with someone that just understands the vision.
Yes.
Right? It just gives that
a release.
Oh my God, because it's hard when you're trying to get people to see or understand what you're, trying to put out there, and they're like, damn, it's not it. But you're like, it is.
Yeah, not everybody.
Let's give it a chance.
Right. But if they don't have that creative vision, they're not going to see it until it happens. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, I always say, like, a big, a quote recently that I say, like, people are too close to you to realize that you're a giant. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta be distance enough.
It has to be distance for them to see really what's going on.
Can you say that again?
So, like sometimes when people are too close to you, they don't realize the giant that you are because they're just close to you and they just see how tall you are, but they don't take a step back and realize what's going on around you or what you're doing creatively or productively for people to understand your vision and what you got going on.
Totally agree. You put it in.
Right?
Oh my
goodness. And I'm quoting that. That's not coming from me. But that's a saying that is out there. It's
beautiful to say.
It is. It's true.
It's the truth.
It's true.
And distance brings understanding because as we become so close, it drains people enough to not want to hear anymore. The more you separate yourself, the more people remember the things you say. Remember the things. The moment you're there with them, they can't hear it. They can't. There's nothing.
No.
So you have to give that time a breather enough for them to take in those things that you've done and said.
Yeah. Because sometimes
it's to really be what
to resonate. Because sometimes somebody else is gonna say it to them. Like, sometimes you might not listen to me.
Yeah.
But somebody else gonna tell you it, and then you might take
like,
it
yo,
a
I remember.
Right.
When we said that to me.
Exactly.
Damn, I should have done that earlier. But it's all good, so I love that. Should we play a game?
I'm all with the games. We all with the games.
Should we play a game? All right, so I'm going to say one or the other, and you can tell me which one you pick.
Okay.
All right? So it's rapid fire.
Oh, rapid fire. All right, we go with these.
This is gonna be a good one.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Drake or Kendrick?
Drake.
R&B or hip hop?
I'm really an R&B head. I really am. I'm gonna go with R&B. I'm gonna go with R&B. I'm a super hip hop head, but I feel like rhythm and blues was before hip hop, so I'm gonna go with R&B.
Alright. If you from Harlem, Bronx or Brooklyn?
The Bronx. Harlem and the Bronx, come on, HBO. Harlem and the Bronx is cousins. Like, there's no way you in Harlem and don't go to the Bronx, or in the Bronx and don't have family in Harlem. It's hand in hand.
I love that.
Shout out to Brooklyn, though.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
My whole pop side.
I don't even want to hear that.
Some of the projects, the style you heard.
We not going to get y'all.
We not excluding nobody,
right?
but we just keeping it
sure. We just need to know.
Right.
You gotta know. All right. Are we doing pizza or Chinese food?
Ooh. Nah, these is really good questions. I'm a pizza face. I'm definitely a pizza face. I'm not gonna lie. I love Chinese food too, but everybody know I love pizza.
It's like the real New York meals. It's like
pizza.
If you want to really feel comfortable and homey, it's either or. But I believe the pizza will definitely be.
Yeah, because if you're on a move every day, you gonna get you a slice. I'm talking about the old school slices, not the little $1.50 joints that get you a slice that was like $1.25 back in the day, and a soda, and you good to go.
Good.
Facts.
On the value.
Value. Facts.
Oh, let me tell y'all this. So I don't say I'm telling the truth. Look at the facts, all right? They telling us that we haven't been seeing squirrels as much.
I see squirrels all the time.
Where because we haven't been seeing squirrels. We haven't been seeing squirrels that much because they say they're using it for the chicken and broccoli.
I did see that. I did, and they specifically said the Bronx too.
Yo, I haven't seen squirrels. Seriously. And I used to love my little black squirrel that used to pop up on my building.
Say, black squirrels.
I haven't seen squirrels.
Only black squirrels are only, for the most part, in the Bronx too.
And I used to see a lot of them. I don't see them.
Well, you gotta go to like the park. You feel me? But same thing with pigeons. Pigeons is not around like that.
Yo, what's going on?
Pigeons is not around like that.
What's the wing we really getting?
Yo, that's
what's that
crazy.
piece of wing we having?
I just don't like. How does that work though? Like, how you cook a squirrel?
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of craziness going on right now. There's recalls on so many different food. It's hard to trust any store.
It is. It's
We're
true.
talking about vegetables. We talking about fruits.
Yeah.
We talking about waters.
Facts. Everything that's supposed to be naturally for us is tainted.
Yo.
That's crazy.
It's scary out there.
It is scary.
It's scary.
It is scary out here.
I got one more. Do you like to be creative in the morning or in the night?
Definitely in the night. Definitely not. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a night owl.
Okay.
I'm a moon. Okay. I'm a moon person, so it can during the day it can happen, but I prefer to be up all night working.
That's me.
Yeah, right.
I'm not missing anything, but I still want to be up. I still got to be up.
Yeah, because
I can't miss
it. Kind of works better at nighttime because after if you got kids or whatever's going on, everybody's sleeping, done.
Now you get the chance for yourself.
Right, you're not getting no phone calls at 3 a.m, 4 a.m. You shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So,
sativa, indica, hybrid.
Indica. All the way. I like to be smacked.
I just need to get there.
Dead.
Yeah.
I like to be dead at the end of the night.
What's your go-to strand? What do you like the most? What takes you there?
All right. Gorilla Glue is always good. Right. I'm remembering the strands that really I couldn't keep my eyes on. So Gorilla Glue, Jet Fuel.
Yep.
Definitely Sour Diesel. I think those are my top ones.
Heavy hitters right there.
Cheese too.
Come
Since
on.
you brought up cheese,
Yeah.
cheese is always crazy.
Anything because it gets stinky like that. That stink. But you know, I really haven't smelled that old school stack where you had to put 2 plastic bags around your joint. You know what I'm saying? You had to hide that joint underneath the bag of the bag.
Yeah.
Because you walk past and it's something where you just do this.
And that's it. You just get a whiff. You just get a whole whiff. Like
who got that loud?
Right.
I heard somebody who got that loud.
Yeah. Especially when it's not even lit. You just got it. I'll never forget one time I was on a train I used to live on Fordham Road. I was going back home and everybody was like, who smells like that? I'm just sitting there quiet like, oh shit. And this is when it wasn't legal. So
I done took a clip to church one time.
Oh nah, you top.
And I didn't know.
It was an accident.
I know. It was an accident. And I swear I did one of these.
Damn.
Oh my God, I had to go to the bathroom. I had to put that joint in the toilet.
You flushed it?
I had to. I'm in church all day. What I'm gonna do?
Yo,
that joint
crazy.
was loud. It was loud.
I believe it. Because you know people once the pastor, somebody start talking about it, like somebody didn't
let the devil's lettuce in there. I said, not here. I closed it tight, ran to the bathroom. I had to dump that. It probably was a goodie too.
I definitely was a goodie. And I commend you for that because I done heard stories of people smoking in church.
Yeah, crazies.
Like, all type of stuff.
I want my blessings.
Nah, I feel you.
I need my blessings.
It's a time and place for everything, and that ain't it.
I need my blessings. So, the fact that we are here is Smoking Scholars.
Yes, Smoking Scholars.
Who can you say is one of your Smoking Scholars?
You definitely got Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Let me think of the mainstream ones first. Yeah. Cypress Hill.
Okay.
Right? Damn, who else we know? You got Chi Chong, right? Yeah, I think those are the top dogs of smoking that I can think of right now. Oh, Bob Marley. I'm glad. No. That should be number one, actually. Numero uno, Bob Marley.
You can't disrespect the general.
And then Snoop over there. He could go after.
Yes.
You know. Yeah. Those are the Smoking Scholars.
Those are the Smoking Scholars.
Right.
And in here we do acknowledge all of our Smoking Scholars. And,
I see.
We make sure the people know exactly who it came from, who we get our influence from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got my favorites in here. You got Big, you got Nas.
Yes.
So
amazing in here. You guys got to come out and come check it out.
Definitely.
But on your downtime, when you want to unwind and you have that nice spliff roll, what is that go-to type of music? What is your go-to music that gets you on the unwind?
Go-to music.
Smoking, maybe in the car, maybe when you laying down.
Okay.
What's that vibe?
I'm glad that you're saying these things because you get my brain cells connected. So usually, all right, in the night, if I'm smoking, if I'm not watching YouTube and watching just certain things while I'm smoking, I'm usually listening to beats or music to kind of get into that zone and figure out, all right, where we gonna go with this when it's time to get there. But you definitely need that blunt to the face, a couple to the face. And just get the creative juices flowing and just listen. I'll be listening to instrumentals.
Yes. Okay. So you just like to get creative with it.
Yes, I do.
Smoke and get creative. I love that. And that's probably when you get the most of your whole, this is the way I want to write it. Exactly. This is the way I want it to flow. I know what I'm going to talk about.
Exactly.
I know what it feel like.
Exactly.
So yeah, I can definitely see that.
Stimulation helps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get you in the zone.
For sure. All right. So how do we separate your worlds? You are an artist, a producer, and a podcast host.
Yeah.
How do we get a chance to separate everything enough to know exactly how to organize these lanes? Because they're all different.
I guess I always been big on multitasking. And yes, they are different, but they're all under the same umbrella as far as entertainment. And it wasn't always like this. I always was an artist, but as I grew older, I kind of realized that there's more branches to this, and you got to expand that.
Yeah.
At some point in time. So, I was always really that kind of quiet, reserved person kind of artist. You know what I'm saying? I had to break out of that at a certain point in time once I figured like, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I did a lot of stuff alone. So once you break away from the group and the crowds that was there and everybody went to, you kind of got to step it up. All right, I need to do podcasting. I need to do modeling.
Yeah.
I need to do acting. I need to do music. Like one thing is not enough anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just kind of just take things as it is. All right, if we're doing music, we're doing music. If we're doing podcasts, we're doing podcasts. I just kind of, just multitask and focus on one thing at a time, but at the same time, all together.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I
love that because, some people don't even know what other talents they do have. And so they stick with just one.
Just one thing.
Right. And we know a lot of people in our family that's probably been doing a job for 25 plus years.
That's a fact.
And they think that is all they could do.
Yeah.
And they wake up every day to do that one particular thing. Do you know how many days and years they've been wasting their talent because God has gave you more to do? And so just to say like, that's all I do.
Right.
You have so much more to give. And so I love that you have tapped into the different sides of your skills and talent enough to say, I have to showcase it to the people.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so
because think about it. We as we grow, we learn. And I'm a big movie guy. So a lot of actors and stuff that we watch, growing up as kids, teenagers, adults, they essentially moved away from acting. Now they're writing, now they're directing. So it's always evolution there and different, fields to work in. So it's sometimes people will pull you into a different field. Like you never know. Like X, you already know. You said you was rapping before and then you got into the photography. Not to say that you can't stop rapping or whatever, but now you just added another piece on your belt. And that's what it's about. As you get older, you just want more, take on more. More responsibility, more work.
You want to see yourself succeeding in those lanes that for sure you can really do.
Right.
You want to make your vision reality now. Those things you've been painting since you've been a child.
Exactly.
That's why they always say tap into your childhood, right? Tap into those things you always wanted to do when you was a child, because that's your true self, right? And those, you're not going to fail yourself because your child didn't know anything other than what they truly know. Right? And so you have to tap back into those things. Sometimes we used to know how to sing and you like, dang, I like to sing, but I didn't really go straight into that, so I'm not going to support it no more. Like,
that's her story.
No, but if that's something that you used to do, take the time and try to tap back into it.
Right, especially if you love it, you enjoy it. I'm gonna be honest, like I didn't grow up wanting to be a rapper. I didn't grow up wanting to be an actor. I just realized that I was raised by these rappers. I was raised by these actors. So it got to a point in time where it's like, oh, I can do that. But I didn't initially grow up thinking, oh, I want to be a rapper. Like, a lot of people think like that. It was already instilled in me. Everything that they were saying to me was instilled. It's just once I got to a point where I'm grown and I was aware, I'm like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying?
What was one childhood lesson that you take in every day? Something that you just like, that has really taught me everything I need to know.
A childhood lesson. I guess I'm gonna say me paying attention. Paying attention. If I didn't pay attention to the music or the movies or whatever's going on, then I wouldn't be who I am today. I don't know what direction I would be going in besides the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's the main that's outside every day. But still, I think paying attention and really listening to what was going on was kind of what like just made me realize where I want to be and what I want to do.
I love that. I love that. If there was a message that you can tell your parents, right? Because sometimes we don't even get a chance to communicate certain things because we're so busy, we moving around.
Yeah.
And if there was a message that we can just stop and be like, I need to tell you this, what can that message be?
I think as a parent, you should always have that relationship with your child. You know, just have a relationship to understand what direction you need to lead them in, what they want to do, and support that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big one because, like, with my mother's 36 years older than me, so the relationship was basically you're my mother and I'm your child, because it's such a big, such a big age gap.
Yeah.
But with my son, I'm outside. People ask me, "Yo, is that your little brother? Is that your son?" Nah, it's my son. Now we're 26 years apart, which is a good age gap, but we're kind of still in the same generation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're still growing together. So the relationship is more solid. So I think that parents should really, really, really just have that good relationship with your children. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Regardless of the age gap.
I agree on that. That is a beautiful message.
Yeah.
Beautiful message. You know, and it's not that parents don't know, but reminders from children can be a touching one.
Definitely.
Right? It makes them feel like,
right.
You know?
Because you're supposed to learn from your children too.
Yes.
Facts.
And some parents don't take the time to even say, hey, let me hear from you for a minute. You know, they look at it as I'm a parent, you're the child, no matter how old you are, you're a child in their eyes. But we've learned from our parents how to be parents to our children.
Definitely.
Maybe as they get older, they may have some things that they want to say that we should have done better. But we know we've gotten better.
Yes.
Enough for us to have understanding to our children, more support to our children.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're gonna feel more love.
Yeah,
they actually know what that love is.
It's a fact, and you know it when you feel it and you see the change as far as the relationship.
Yeah.
Like I had to learn at a certain point in time, stop telling my son what to do all the time. I just come in the house, yo, stop, clean this up, do this, do that, like just going raise.
Yeah.
And then I learned that they say you should ask them, like, yo, can you please clean this up for me? Can you please stop doing that? And the reception's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than being defensive, like, oh, you're always telling me what to do or what not to do.
Yeah.
But if I ask you nicely, you have no choice but to comply, or you look like you're not listening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you're in the wrong.
Now you in the wrong, and I'm not in the wrong. So I kind of cut that out, being so aggressive. All that with the child, just you know, start asking, can you please clean up?
We are as parents in our generation, we can acknowledge our wrongdoing. I think our parents still fight even when they knew they were wrong.
Oh my God.
Even if they knew that it was going to hurt a relationship down the line, they was very strong on I'm a parent. Yeah. Instead of understanding what's the problem enough to continue that relationship.
Absolutely.
And so we're doing a lot of teaching, and I think as we're bringing the new generation in with it, which is our kids, and they're being grandparents, they're understanding.
Yeah. Even they're understanding, like, all right, grandma, they don't get it. Grandma, grandpa don't get it. They're not hip to the times. And some grandparents and parents are.
Yeah.
No matter how old they are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This 80, we bumped into a lady, 98 years old today, walking around. The conversation was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter her age.
Yeah.
You know, I get the old school values and some things, but some people are just more strict on it and not trying to learn and not trying to grow.
They want to unlearn certain things.
Right. And, you know, it gets
they get stuck in the way.
Yeah.
But we're here. This is what these podcasts and these conversations are for. And that's why I ask that question. Sometimes we don't even get a chance to tell these messages to our parents. So these are the times they get a chance to sit down and hear it.
Yeah.
It comes with a passion behind it. It's a reason. And I'm glad that you got a chance to state that. Beyond your name, beyond your work, beyond what you've been doing years on top of years, who is Bumpy103rd?
I'm really a quiet person. Like, I'm really quiet. I'm really to myself. I'm a visionary as far as like a thinker. So, you know, I zone out a lot. Everybody knows me. I zone out. I go into the corner somewhere, especially if I'm smoking. Like I'm the one that sit at the in the hood on the bench, laid out with my eyes closed, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm gone, but I'm still here. So I'm kind of that person. I'm really driven. You know, I'm the baby, so I have siblings, but I'm like the only child, so I spent a lot of time at home. I got to know myself.
Yes.
I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I love to travel. I love to explore things. I love to meet new people. I just like to, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I wasn't always that person.
Yes.
I wasn't always outspoken like how I was. I would sit back like, you know, if I was in a rap group before, I was good playing the cut in the background and, oh, he's the main one, let him do what he, I was good for that. I'm great for that. I know how to be number two. I know how to play the back seat. But when it gets to the point where there's nobody around and I have to do the job, I'm going to do the job. Right. Yeah.
Bumpy, it is a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Having you here with us. We have Harlem in the building,
yes,
y'all.
Outside.
Amazing. Please let us know what you have coming up. What's the new things?
Well, right now we're working on a new catalog. You know, I got my sis here. I made sure I brought her with me.
Yes.
She just had a album listening party.
Yes.
Right.
Congratulations.
So, you know, we're finally catching up and we're going to start doing work and just more work, more music, more films, more podcasts. You know, we just moving forward. I'm happy to be here with y'all. Now we connect. We can do more.
We are gonna do
X already know. Appreciate X. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing. Happy moment.
Shout out to Fatima. If it wasn't Fatima, I wouldn't know X. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
the connections has been amazing.
Connections are it's a blessing, really, honestly. You know, to connect with people that you just feel comfortable around. And you could just work with no problem. Yeah. You know, it's hard dealing with people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's really hard dealing with a lot of people. So when you do meet the ones that's great at what they do, it's like you cherish that and you just want to kind of
those who support.
That support.
That support is oh my gosh.
And I feel like the creatives, so what I had to learn was that the creatives have to support the creatives.
Yes.
We have to support each other because your friends and your family sometimes they're not going to do it. They're just not.
They're not.
You know, so if they see us moving and doing our thing, then people have no choice but to pay attention. Sure. My fan base tunes into you, your fan base turns in there, and it's just vice versa. Yes. And that's how we push it forward. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, I already appreciate your fan base from just us posting the flyer. They have been going crazy.
Really? All right.
Posting
we're going to keep that going.
Listen.
We're going to keep that going.
All the Bumpy supporters, keep on supporting, okay? It means a lot. You see it. It builds the character that you need. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because you're comfortable in knowing that people love your work.
Right.
They love your art.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that somebody can support it. They gotta love it.
Or just respect the work ethic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because you might not necessarily like the music or like that kind of music. But if you wise enough, you know that it could take you anywhere you need to be. Yes. So just support it, support the work ethic, you know. If we work, we work. If it don't, it don't. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it. Yes.
Always.
Sis. Appreciate you guys being here.
Please, anytime we would love to come through, collaborate. Yes. Anything you need from me, from us, like we're here.
I love that. And we gained a new support system. So
absolutely.
I appreciate that. Listen, guys, you already know who it is. It's your girl Queen. And we just wrapped it up with Beyond the Moments. Check us out again. YouTube, Instagram. We are on all platforms. All right. We love the support. Let's keep it going. We out.
We going up, y'all.
Yes.